time we're proud to ride with Ivanhoe. And it's all we bring to help him ride along. The song we sing is freedom's joyous song. Ivanhoe, Ivanhoe. Our life throughout the countryside they know. There's freedom on his banner, justice in his sword. He rides against the manor where tyranny is lord. Rich and poor, together we go. Forward with Ivanhoe, with
Ivanhoe. Well, they're halfway well, sir.
Better water the horses.
How are you feeling, sir?
Well, that's a good guy. One moment I'm shivering cold, the next minute burning hot. It's like the fever I had in the Holy Land.
Put this on.
Oh, thank you. It'll pass.
You should have rested after yesterday's tournament. 10 jousts in 5 weeks and 3 wicked wounds. It's too much. It's not worth it.
Well, not worth it. Well, we won enough plates and trophies to pay for our travels for many months to come.
Well, we're not going any further until you've had a rest.
Well, we can't stop here. Did you know this is Murder Mile? Well, there's more robberies on this stretch of highway than any other place in England.
All right, I don't care. You're too ill.
Oh, we must move on.
Now, beggars can't be choosers. Now, sit down. You've got to rest for an hour or so. Or the fever will have you out of that saddle as sure as any robber's arrow. Come on. A drink. I don't want to hear any more talk out of you.
Good day to you, sirs. I strongly advise you to sheathe your sword. And tell your companion there to do likewise.
There's masks and cloaks. The magpies go. Most apt. Birds that steal.
No, it's hopeless. You're in no fit state to fight.
Good heads you have, and you'll keep them, perhaps. Now then, what have we inherited today, I wonder? So, a fighting man, eh? Why, a knight no less, judging by this fine armor and this crest. A champion, too, by the look of these trophies.
Sir Ivanhoe won those in honorable combat. He's been injured. He's ill.
Sir Ivanhoe. Well, well now. We're in exalted company, lads. The finest lance in England. And some of the finest gold and silver. You two, over here, help lighten this brute's load. Hurry, lads. Looks like there's going to be a fearsome storm.
It's heavy but handsome baggage.
Come on.
We'll catch up with them. And I'm shaking off this fever.
Can you stick it out a bit longer, sir? We'll take refuge in the first house we come to. Come on.
You better come in. You cannot stay here. As soon as the storm passes, you must take him to the inn.
Well, we haven't got any money. You see, we were set on by brigands at the halfway well and robbed. But I could earn our keep. Look, that shutter, for instance. Well, it'll be smashed to splinters if it's not secured. Have you got a tool keg? There you are. I'll fix a proper boat for it in the morning. Ah, it's a nice, snug little house you have here, mistress. Long time since I've seen anything so bright and pretty. Well, surely this shouldn't be here, should it? Can I move it for you?
I doubt it. It's as heavy as an oak tree. It would take 2 men to lift it up there on the beams. But they've all grown up and left me now. Though, of course, I go to visit them quite often, every second Tuesday.
Well, I would never have thought that you were old enough to have a grown-up family. Indeed, I wouldn't.
Come, sir, you've a flattering tongue. But you needn't think that I'll fear to grow plump, or that I fear to count my birthdays. Both bring a lot of comfort.
Oh, let me help you with the dishes.
You sit yourself down there by the fire. Those clothes of yours aren't properly dry.
Oh, thank you.
Why have you come here tonight? You must go away.
You asked me to bring the things by night. Here I am.
Not tonight. I have unexpected guests caught in the storm. You must come another time.
Excuse me, are you the lady of the house?
Sir Ivanhoe, what are you doing up? You've been very sick.
Oh, I feel as good as new now. Yeah, but don't let me keep you from your household chores.
Well, sir, we're the guests of a widow lady, and so I thought I'd make myself useful.
The deeds you do for Richard's England. Well, where are we?
Oh, this is the parish of Woodcote, but we're a long way from any town. I understand there's an inn and a few cottages a mile or so along the Truro Road, and we can't be far from the coast.
How long have I been in that bed?
Some 20 hours.
Enough time's been lost. I had to fight hard for those trophies the outlaw stole, and I intend to fight just as hard to get them back.
Well, sir, well, at least can't you leave it until tomorrow now? After all, the storm will have washed away their tracks, so it can't make any difference, can it?
Well, perhaps you're right. But first thing tomorrow morning, then.
I think you're wise, sir. Might take a long time.
A long time or not, I'll find them. Well, if I have to chop down that whole forest, one tree at a time to do it, I'll find them.
Oh, good morning, Sir Knight.
Oh, good morning, mistress.
The countryside's alive with robbers. Several bands of them in the forest, so they say.
Well, the ones we've met were most unusual in their dress, and in their methods.
Yeah, like magpies. I expect they go under that name, don't they?
I cannot say. I keep to myself, you see. Living alone so near the forest, I've no wish to hear of such things.
Well, there's good sound sense in that. Don't worry, I'll clear.
You've some very fine things, mistress. In fact, you've a very handsome home.
Thank you, Sir Knight. You are very kind. My husband brought many lovely things back from his voyages. He was a sea captain, you know.
Oh.
It's a treat to have a man about the house again, especially one so strong and willing.
I'm enjoying myself. Indeed I am.
Oh, you don't have visitors often, then?
You are the first in over a year.
Well, except for the one who came in the middle of the night. Though you could hardly call that a visit. He stopped on the doorstep and was gone in the space of a dozen breaths.
Your pardon? In the middle of the night? Last night?
Yes, some traveler inquiring his way, perhaps.
You have the fever, my lord. No one called here last night, nor any other night for many's the month.
Yes, possibly it was the fever. It does play weird tricks. Well, thank you once again for your kindness. Good night.
An honor, Sir Knight.
Oh, Garth, we're to be off early in the morning. We're going hunting magpies.
Oh, all right, sir. Good night and sleep well.
Good night.
Well, how do I look? A villain. A seasoned villain.
Good. Well, they say that birds of a feather flock together. Let's hope that includes magpies. From this moment on, we'll act like outlaws.
Well, where to first? The murder mile?
No. The inn, I fancy if we start asking questions there first, word will soon reach our friends of the forest. But it won't work if you grin like that. Scowl, man.
Scowl. Come on.
Sail! Bring a sail! Landlord! Don't you come to greet a man when he rides into your courtyard.
Better still, send this pert little wench here.
Welcome, sirs. At your service.
Hey, the filthy swill.
Now then, landlord, we're looking for friends of ours. They're men of the forest. There's 5 of them. You know who I mean?
Aye, sir. Everybody knows the 5 magpies, but they do not come here.
How can we get word to them?
I cannot say.
Oh, yes, you can say, little landlord, and you will say. Now, we bring an urgent message from a friend of theirs. How can we arrange a meeting?
Well, perhaps you
Tell these men nothing, Edgar. I see them yesterday in the garden of the widow's cottage. Only then, this one has 2 good eyes.
It's true enough, friends. But I have my reasons for keeping my face, at least partly hid. My companion here and I did stop the night at the widow's cottage.
Throw them out.
Why, we've done you no harm.
Anyone that can stop under the same roof as the widow of Woodcote must be as wicked and hateful as she is.
She's brought misery to a dozen decent homes, the evil hag.
A cheat and a skinflint.
Everyone detests her. Everyone that's decent and honest.
Is it decent and honest to blacken the name of a woman without proof?
What more proof do we need? She puts curses on people and brings disaster on all who come near her. She's a vile old witch.
Take that back!
answer my questions and your windpipe will remain intact. Which part of the forest do the magpies have their nest in?
No one knows. I thought you said they were your friends.
Well, we have met. Now, surely some of you people must have some notion who they are. Come now, they're not ghosts.
No, but they appear and vanish just as strangely. This parish doesn't harbor or aid outlaws as many others do. Indeed, many of our people here have been robbed. Maynard there was badly beaten. The one who offered fight was slain. Oh, they're savage rogues, these magpies.
Well, let's turn to the widow Marigold. Has she always been feared and disliked by her neighbors?
Ever since her husband left her, and that was some 12 years ago.
Left her, you say? Do you mean to say he's not dead?
As like as not. Drowned at sea, they say.
Yes, but I understand he was wealthy, a successful sea captain.
Captain? Nay, Rothen was a common seaman and forever in debt.
Oh, what of the children?
Grown up and left her. Couldn't get away soon enough. The boys work an old mine at Blayton.
What sort of mine?
Tin. But all the seams in this area have been worked out many years ago. A bear living in it.
Clayton. Where's that?
Oh, down the coast, about 5 miles off. The other side of the forest.
I'm obliged to you, my friend.
Hey?
Thank you.
Hey?
Do you believe what they say about the widow? Well, I suspected her for some time, for a number of reasons. Now I'm sure.
No, I just can't believe that she harbors thieves and outlaws. Not in that little cottage.
What about the horseman that came in the middle of the night?
Well, you could still have had the fever.
Yeah, possibly. No, I think we must contrive to remain her guests. Because I fancy before long we'll meet up again with the magpies.
If you think I'm going to spy on you, you're very much mistaken.
Calm down, Girth. If she's nothing to hide, no harm will be done.
Have you ever tasted such a cake? Ah, she bakes like an angel and cooks like a royal chef. Here, have some more, Sir Ivanhoe.
Oh, no, thanks. I've had more than my share already.
Oh, it's time I made ready for my outing. Today is the day I go to visit the children. Every second Tuesday.
Oh, I'd like to meet them. Can I come along and keep you company?
Oh, I should like that, Master Girth. But it will have to be another time. Have you forgotten that you promised to cut logs for me today?
Oh, I remember. Well, I'd better get off and do it.
My lord, I think I must take Master Girth from you. Very few people take anything from you, Sir Knight. But I can. You don't like it, do you?
No, mistress. But you always take what you want, don't you? But have care. I may fight you for him. You see, I freed Girth from serfdom. And I have no wish to see him enslaved again.
This is one tourney you shall not win, Sir Champion. I have already taken Girth from you, and I intend to keep him. To the devil with you and your chivalry, your fine talk of freedom, justice, and King Richard. Do you think yourself St. George? Me? I fight for myself. I've had to this many a year, to feed my children, to look after this place. I've learned that's the only way to succeed in this world. I take what I want. I let others look out for themselves.
You look a proper picture today. As pretty as a young girl.
Thank you, Master Girth. Now, you will cut plenty of logs, won't you?
Aye, enough for 5 Yuletides.
And then you can pluck the chicken for tomorrow's dinner and cut the holly hedge when you've finished, and the dyke if you can manage it.
Don't worry. I'll see to everything.
Girth, get the horses at once.
But my work.
This ride may save you work. Years of it.
Beauty. Our friends, Sir Ivanhoe wants a few words with you.
I think I know who the magpies are, but I'll need your help to catch them. Do I have it?
Aye.
Well, come on then!
That's the hut where the brothers live. Now, the entrance to the mine is on the cliff face. There's a stairway cut in the rock leading down to it.
Her own sons? Do you mean to say they're the outlaws that she aids?
Aids? Probably more than that. Come on. We're going to have a look at the cave.
Swindle me out of my share, would you? Lazy, ungrateful pups. Cheat your own mother, would you? The one who brought you into the world, fed you, clothed you, fought for you all by myself all these years. The one who taught you your trade. Swindle me out of my share, would you?
Who is that?
It's a voice you haven't heard yet. Come on, it must be the way to the mine.
It's a long drop. You better keep a tight hold going down.
There's a goodly profit in this sort of tin. Oh, here's some of my plate. Tarnished by the salt air, but it's still intact. Sir! Oh, you better bring that up with us. When the villagers see that, they'll be ready to raid the nest.
You're surrounded. And tell your brother birds and that old hen, your mother, that Sir Ivanhoe has come to cage you all.
What have they done to you? There, now, my baby. You ugly brute! You great shambling oaf! A curse on you! May your eyeballs grow hair and your liver rot till it smokes!
Don't let her curses trouble you, Garth. She's no witch. Just a common outlaw.
Oh, I'm not troubled. No curses she can bring on my head would be worse than being her husband. A household drudge and a father to a brood of thieving magpies.
Good luck, Sir Ivanhoe.
You great fool! If you had married me, you'd have amounted to something. You'd have had a comfortable home and good food for the rest of your days. But you were too stupid, too dull to take what you want. A curse on you, woman!
Please, miss, not in front of the children.
A curse on you! To the devil with you, you night! To the devil with you! A million curses on you! A million curses on you! A million...
Well, you have to admit she has quite a tongue, Garth. Given more time, she might have talked you into wedlock after all. Oh, well, since we're both rid of our fevers, shall we go?
Ivanhoe, Ivanhoe. To adventure, bold adventure, watch him go. There's no power on earth can stop what he's begun. With bar and girth, he'll fight till freedom's won. Ivanhoe, Ivanhoe. He's a friend who will defend the people know. He'll strike with speed of lightning, bold and brave and gay. Injustice he is fighting to win a better day. Shout and